A confrontation between rap stars escalates into violence at a charity concert right here in Manhattan.
Brittney Taylor posting this photo on Instagram of her bruised face. The 29-year-old claims she was punched in the eye by her Love and Hip-Hop co-star, rapper Remy Ma.
As of tonight, no charges have been filed. Darla Miles live outside the 13th precinct in Gramercy Park with the very latest. Darla.
Well, David, the detectives here at the 13th precinct are the one looking into these allegations. As you mentioned, at this point, no charges have been filed. Simply an allegation has been made. In fact, they're still looking to speak to Remy Ma because at this point, they only have one side of the story. On Instagram, Love and Hip-Hop star Brittney Taylor accuses castmate Remy Ma of giving her this black eye, a claim followed up by a visit to the 13th precinct. Why didn't she tell the police at the venue that night?
I can't address the specifics with regard to what happened with regard to police that night, but an official police report was filed before I was retained. She went to the hospital before I was retained. I'm now representing her, and right now the focus is on the criminal complaint that she filed.
The 29-year-old Love and Hip-Hop star told police that Remy Ma assaulted her during a concert at Irving Plaza Tuesday night. According to Taylor's attorney, Sanford Rubenstein, it got physical during a discussion about Remy Ma's stepdaughter. Tell me about the event. Was this a fight or was this a punch?
Her complaint that has been lodged with the NYPD involves a punch to the eye.
Remy Ma and her husband appeared on GMA last November before the birth of their son. The couple earned a spin-off show of their own due to their popularity on Love and Hip Hop New York. The 38-year-old Bronx-born rapper landed a spot on the VH1 hit after serving 6 years in prison for assault. But upon her parole in 2014, she staged a colossal comeback with hits like All the Way Up and joined the Love and Hip Hop cast in 2015, with Taylor coming on board in 2017.
She feels it's important to go public with this because she wants young women to understand that what happened should not have happened, and the perpetrator should be held accountable criminally.
And at this point, Taylor's attorney, Sanford Rubenstein, is asking anyone who may have been at Irving Plaza Tuesday night, who may have cell phone video of the incident, to please bring it to the attention of detectives here at the 13th precinct. And at this point, there's no word from Remy Ma or her camp.
Let's talk about Remy Ma and what happened with that whole situation. Yeah, because there was a case that you had against her. It ended up getting dismissed because it couldn't be proven, is what they said. You said that she basically assaulted you. Yes. She said she didn't. Fat Joe, co-signed that. You had somebody that was an eyewitness, but then they decided.
I had a cape for her.
Yeah. So what happened with that whole situation?
I'm not going to lie, Angela, I love you so much. I don't really want to get into detail with that situation, but I will say this.
And you hate that it's getting brought back up again.
Yes, absolutely, because that was mentally challenging for me. Like, I'm talking about
somebody who
therapy, all.
So you ended up going to therapy. I know. I can imagine what it's like when somebody that has a really big platform, says something, and people and your voice ends up being a lot smaller than that voice.
Yeah, it's when you are on the come up. I would say this: you really shouldn't try to challenge people that are already accomplished and situated in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's music or a movie or shit, maybe in the doctor's office. Like, a nurse should, you probably, if something happens, you probably should kind of, keep it to yourself and
it's not gonna go
pray about it. I really don't know. But long story short, shout outs to Remy. It's a complicated situation. I will say this: Remy Ma didn't put her hands on me that day.
Okay.
Remy Ma wasn't the person that put her hands on me that day.
Okay.
Did somebody?
Do you love her? Do you have love for her and respect for her?
Remy?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot. A lot. I'm not even gonna lie. I seen her backstage Keisha Cole's concert. I was with Justin Combs. That's one of my really close friends. I don't know. We made eye contact, and it wasn't that
I hate
Remy that it was almost it's just damn.
But at the time you did say she did.
At that time, I did say she did because I'm gonna be completely honest. That's what I thought. I was knocked out.
Okay.
I was knocked out.
Did you apologize to her?
To Remy?
Yeah.
We never got a chance to have that conversation. And when it was time to, I didn't trust nobody.
Okay.
Yandy tried to make that happen. I didn't trust nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And when everybody told me what really happened,
Wow.
I didn't trust nobody.
Okay.
I thought everybody was trying to protect her.
Because she also could have gone back to jail for a situation like that. Okay.
Yeah, she could have. And it's no snitching because obviously she could have easily said, like,
Who
it wasn't. It was. Like,
Yeah.
She would have never done that.
Okay. All right. So you're like, we're moving on past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like this is a public way to be like,
I feel
clear
like
that.
one day I will like actually sit and possibly talk about it, but I just don't know when that day would be because it's one of those situations where I want to talk to her.
And life be life, and she done went through a lot. You done went through a lot.
Yeah, she done went through a lot.
You know,
and I feel like she might be willing to talk to me about.
You know, I think sometimes like giving each other grace for what you've been through, what she's been through. It's like we women and we still standing.
She's just more, you know what it is? She's way more hood than me. I'm gonna be honest.
What the you?
No, you know why? And that's why everybody look at it like that. Like, we from Ravenswood Projects, like she hood, like she this, she that. But the thing about me is that stop acting like you a gangster, you're not a murderer. I am not like I am literally a civilian, and I'm somebody that had to prove myself throughout these years. That's the reason why I was getting into so many fights, so much confrontation. That's not the person that I ever wanted to be. So when I look at myself, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm a civilian. I'm not that girl. Like I don't hold guns. I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like she a real gangster bitch. So her morals and her principles is a little different than
She's
mine.
not gonna be snitching and being like, this person did it.
Exactly.
You know what's crazy though? Also, like, I know that's hard to have it on the internet that you got knocked out, like you just said. That shit is hard too. Cause people be having jokes, people be merciless.
That whole thing was a PR write-up. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was this is how you have to go about it. I was kind of like following
the blueprint
of what I had to do. Worst decision of my career.
Guys, and welcome back to Hip-Hop ClariTea. So I'm coming in a little hot today because I wanted to address this Brittney Taylor situation that's coming back up around again with Remy Ma. So, as you guys are well aware, Angela Yee's lip service had Brittney Taylor on, and for the most part, they had a great discussion with Brittney Taylor. I don't want to take nothing away from her speaking about other things. So, to be fair, it was a good interview overall. However, you know what clickbait is, and so they decided to talk about Remy Ma and the situation that happened with Brittney Taylor. So, as you've seen in the clip, she's asking her questions about what happened, and Brittney finally says, which we've already known, that Remy Ma did not, in fact, hit Brittney Taylor. What she is not saying is, who did it then? And another thing that has not been answered since that incident brought it up is, who was the guy that supposedly, allegedly attacked Dejanay? But before I go any further, I am going to play a couple of clips. I read through the articles and I wanted you guys to actually hear what the article said with in terms of Brittney accusing Remy Ma. So I am going to play that now. Okay, so this is dated. Well, first off, this is from the Daily News. All right. And this is Brittney Taylor explaining what actually happened that day, right? I want to make sure you get the date. And this was updated, published April 19, 2019, and updated at 11:20 p.m. the same date, April 19, 2019. Okay, here we go. Now, this is from Brittney. A misunderstanding led rapper Remy Ma to punch Love and Hip Hop star Brittney Taylor in the eye. Taylor said Friday. Taylor said Friday. Taylor and they called Ma, whose birth name is Remy Smith or Remy Smith, had words Tuesday at Irving Plaza over an incident involving Ma's stepdaughter, Dejanay, which we all know as Chanel, right? In Miami during spring break. Taylor told the Daily News she defended Dejanay from an abusive man who was beating her up. What happened with me and Dejanay in Miami is I saved her. I saved her life. And Remy got aggressive when Brittney told her at Irving's, she said. She was like, that's not what I heard. And she punched me in the face. Ma, I hate that they call her Ma, but let's keep going. Ma delivered the black eye to Taylor about 9:30 p.m. during a concert fundraiser hosted by rapper Fat Joe at the club. Cops are investigating but have made no arrests. Taylor was interviewed in the office of her lawyer Sanford Rubenstein. Brittney Taylor is cooperating fully with the NYPD criminal probe, Rubenstein said. We are calling on any witnesses who saw what happened or have video of what happened to come forward. We're going to talk about that video in a minute. Taylor said she feels the episode set a bad example for young girls. I just don't feel like it's okay for people to put their hands on someone that's not being malicious to them, that's being genuine, she added. She's supposed to be someone with a status and power that she can use for good or bad, she said. She shouldn't be punching someone so hard in the face to the point that here we are 4 days later and my eyes only getting worse. It really hurts. Ma, which who they mean Remy, 38, has not commented on the incident, nor have her handlers. Okay. Wow. Ma is married to fellow rapper Papoose. She served 6 years in prison for shooting Makeda Barnes Joseph in the torso outside a Manhattan deli in 2007. Barnes Joseph sued her for $80 million. Ma got out of prison in 2014 and was still on parole until August 1st, when she allegedly punched Taylor. It's possible she could return to prison if she's convicted of assaulting Taylor. Now, this is a different article, and this is by hotnewhiphop.com, right? And this was back in 2022. Forgive me for all this other stuff that you might see on the side. Don't worry about all that though. But this was updated or modified September 26, 2022. Brittney Taylor details what led up to the argument with Remy Ma. Okay. I sat down for an interview while at her lawyer's office. If these charges against Remy Ma move forward, the 38-year-old new mother could be returned to prison. Remy was released from jail back in 2014 after serving 6 years after being convicted on a number of charges involving an alleged shooting outside of the New York deli. Since that time, Remy's been focused on staying out of trouble, creating music, and expanding her family. But this recently reported run-in with Brittney Taylor could get her into serious legal trouble. Remy has yet to comment on the allegations that she punched Taylor in the face, but Taylor has been making the rounds, ready to tell her story. She first shared an image of her black eye on Instagram, captioning the photo by naming Remy Ma as her attacker. Then yesterday, a lawyer posted a photo of himself with Taylor saying people should stand by victims, and now Taylor has sat down with New York Daily News at her lawyer's office to give details about what allegedly happened between the two Love and Hip Hop New York co-stars. According to Taylor, everything started during spring break she was with Remy's stepdaughter Dejanay. Taylor claims that she defended Dejanay from a man who was beating her up. Okay. What happened with me and Dej in Miami is I saved her. I saved her life. And Remy got aggressive when Brittney told her at Irving. She said. Now that's what Brittney said. There's a reason why I'm reading this all over again, and you're going to find out why in a minute. Now, there are a few holes in the story, but Taylor says that on Tuesday she ran into Remy at Irving Plaza. Keep that. She ran into Remy at Irving Plaza. during a concert fundraiser hosted by Remy's All the Way Up collaborator Fat Joe. When Taylor apparently was describing what happened with Dejanay, Remy reportedly said she was like, "That's not what I heard," and she punched me in the face. I just don't feel like it's okay for people to put their hands on someone that's not being malicious to them. That's being genuine, she added. She's supposed to be someone with the status and power that she can use for good or bad, she said. She shouldn't be punching someone so hard in the face to the point that here we are 4 days later, and here's my eye only getting worse. It really hurts. Her lawyer, Sanford Rubenstein, says Brittney Taylor is cooperating fully with the NYPD criminal probe. We are calling on any witnesses who saw what happened or have video of what happened to come forward. Remy is reportedly still on parole. She was still on parole, guys, when this happened, which is scheduled to end on August 1. The real question is, which nobody ever asked, what happened during spring break where someone was allegedly beating up Remy's stepdaughter? That question has never been answered. Okay. Okay. So now we're all caught up, right? You heard what happened. I read through two separate articles that reaffirmed the same thing that Brittney says. She had a conversation with Remy. Remy got aggressive, and then Remy hit her. So if that's what happened, then tell me how she got knocked out and don't know who hit her. She said that after I woke up, I realized that Remy wasn't the one that hit me. Everybody else told me what happened, right? She also said that she didn't have money for the video. But if you look here at this, what is it? The group chat that she had that the neighborhood talk was able to obtain, you can see she clearly says she has video. Another question I have, if it wasn't Remy, which it was not Remy, and you're alluding to other people, right? Why didn't you pursue that? And if you have the video, why didn't you show the video of who it was? But on Angela Yee's podcast, the Lip Service podcast, you said you didn't have the video.
But do you
I
feel
don't
like
feel like I should apologize to Remy just because knowing what I know.
Right.
but do
What I
you
learned
know though?
after.
Do you really know for sure?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
It was a video.
Okay.
Oh wow, there's a video.
Okay.
I couldn't
Okay.
afford it.
Yeah.
Couldn't afford it.
Ah, well,
Mhm. Well, in that case, an apology is due.
Yeah.
Then.
yeah.
It's
If
due because I
you were
would feel
mistaken.
away.
Yep.
Yeah, I would feel away if I was accused of something and I got the backlash from it, and then it's like,
Especially
okay,
now where the relationship is with the person that.
yeah, I would
Yep.
be like, okay.
hmm
So
Do you
Dawn Florio, who is Remy's longtime lawyer, also said this, okay? And I want to make sure we're clear. She said at that time when it happened, right? There is unquestionably no truth behind the allegation against her client. She says Remy was home nursing her 4-month-old daughter when the alleged attack on Brittney Taylor happened. Remy's Love and Hip Hop co-star was supposed to have happened. That's what she said. Love and Hip Hop happened. Okay. She also says she's going to fight this to the end. Okay. They stated that, and this is again from hotnewhiphop.com. And they stated that Remy's longtime friend and collaborator Fat Joe showed up to the court to support her, along with her husband, rapper Papoose. So at this time, when Brittney sees Papoose is at the court, right? Why didn't she say it then or after the fact? Even if it was after this, why didn't she say it then? See, these are the questions that you guys, let's continue. After posting bond, the couple left the court hand in hand as they navigated their way through the paparazzi. Remember when TMZ was taking pictures of all that? Now, Florio admits that yes, Remy was at the Irving Plaza on that night in question, but the rapper was home with her family by 9:30 p.m. Why? Because Remy had a curfew. You guys, y'all remember how tense that was, right? Remy got out around what, 2014, but she still had a 4 year, she was on papers for 4 years. Y'all forgot when the pink lady Stans was up there calling her PO, trying to get her back in trouble? Did y'all forget that? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Angela Yee said this.
I know, I can imagine what it's
Yeah.
like when somebody that has a really big platform
Yeah.
says something and people and your voice ends up being a lot smaller than that voice.
Yeah. It's when you are on the come up, I would say this, you really shouldn't try to challenge people that are already accomplished.
About a person having a bigger platform, but you have to remember at that time Remy was walking on eggshells. She couldn't do shit. So what was the bigger platform, Angela Yee? You forgot that you reported what happened? You was right there reporting it and said, I'll give you the full story. Oh, believe me, this was Angela Yee at the rumor report.
Remy Ma, she has bailed out of jail. She actually is saying, and I'm going to tell you the whole story. She was in custody because she allegedly punched Brittney Taylor at the concert that went down for Pretty Lou.
Tell the
It was
people
the
who Brittney
benefit
Taylor is. You.
Brittney Taylor's from Love and
A
Hip
girl
Hop.
who allegedly got punched.
And she's a songwriter and an artist, but you know her from Love and Hip Hop. Both her and Remy Ma were on there together. So she accused Remy Ma of punching her and giving her a black eye. And now Remy Ma has been booked for misdemeanor assault. She turned herself in. Remy did see the judge. She did bail herself out of jail. But allegedly, according to Remy Ma, she's saying that there's video proof she was at home at the time that this alleged incident happened. They said it happened at 9:30 p.m., but according to her attorney, they have video proof she was not even there at that time. She was at home. And they also feel like it's very suspicious that Brittney Taylor had a civil attorney almost immediately after that happened. Usually that means somebody wants some money. The judge has given Remy a protective order, so she can't have any contact with Brittney Taylor. She also has an 8 p.m. curfew. So we'll see what happens.
So did Remy get charged?
I mean, she bailed herself out. They
Yeah, she got
arrested her,
charged.
so
She got charged. She bailed herself out.
yeah. So
$1,500 bail.
we'll see what happens. Now Kanye West is developing a series.
Have all of this information. I don't like the way Brittany is sidestepping this as, oh, I was knocked out and I just thought she did it. Because you went on a rampage, you were seeing everybody and you were telling people, well, we got into an argument and then she hit me. So either you got into an argument and then she hit you, or you got into an argument, she walked away from you, and then somebody clocked you and you didn't see who clocked you. But did you see the video, but you don't have the video now to prove? You said, well, I seen it. People told me. Everybody told you, but nobody's pressing charges on anybody. You're not coming out saying anything. Was there an NDA? Because that's the first thing I hear people say. Well, NDA might have been signed. No, that's assault. No, who's gonna make her sign an NDA? If she was already suing Remy when Remy was already on papers, why would she have an NDA signed? That means she would have got money. That means she wouldn't have been able to be paid, right? I mean, she would have gotten paid and she wouldn't be able to say anything, right? None of that happened. I think Brittany's a total liar about what happened. I think that she was belligerent. And did she get popped? Possibly. Was it by Remy? No, because Remy wasn't there. By or with, it doesn't make sense. Even let me tell you something. I'm not one to support. I don't support any of this BS that Papoose nor his daughter is doing, because they both of them is full of shit. But I'm not gonna put allegations on a person based on a lie from another person. Brittany's a liar. She's a liar. Okay. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of holes to her story, which is why I said that earlier. I referred to that earlier. There's a lot of holes to her story. First, you went on a rampage blaming Remy Ma on this, and her attorney, even after her attorney came out and said she didn't do it, they had proof on Remy's security cams that she was at home with her family. That's why Remy was able to get out of it. But again, let's go by the theory that Pap did do it. So why didn't you say anything then? Once you figured out that it was Pap, Why didn't you then press charges? Who stopped you? Who stopped you from doing it? Because you said it was Pat, right? Who stopped you? That's still an open case, right? A lot of these things don't make sense. So I some of this information and have you really think about it at that time. Again, that comment about what Angela Yee said when she's talking, well, when it's sometimes a bigger platform, Angela Yee, you sound stupid because you know for a fact that Remy was on papers. Any little thing, somebody coughed in Remy's direction and fell down, they would have sent Remy's ass back. She lost money. She was supposed to have been off a curfew at that time. They extended it. She ended up getting that ankle bracelet thing put back on more, whatever. She got her time reduced from, I think, what was it, from 9 o'clock or 9:30 to 8 o'clock. They restricted her. What are you talking about, a bigger platform? That girl went in there clowning and she blamed Remy for the bullshit that she was doing. Who knows? Her friend probably popped her in the face at that time. Because if you sat here and said that Papoose did it, or you're alluding to, and you saw it and people told you, why aren't you restarting that investigation? Don't give me that mental health shit. Don't you give me that I gotta say my shut up. That isn't even worth bringing up then if you were not going to do the due diligence of really saying what happened and your part that you played in it, and don't sit up there and say, well, I was just doing what they told me to do. Nah, you thought you was going to get a quick buck. For all we know, you and your friend could have gotten into an argument after you spoke to Remy, and Remy probably cussed your little ass out. You and your friend at that time got into an argument. She probably popped your ass in the face, and you decided to blame Remy because that's the easiest person to get some money from at that time. For all we know, for all I'm just out here saying shit. I don't know. Allegedly, that's how that. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna end it with the acquittal of Remy Ma, and from then on, y'all like, share, and subscribe. That's all I got for you. Bye.
You're playing yourself.
I don't play.
We're gonna put that girl, that Love and Hip Hop chick, Brittney Taylor is her name. That's the one who claimed.
There's a porn star named Brittney Taylor.
Oh, really?
Back in the day. Yeah, I'm gonna look
Well, she's the one that claimed that Remy Ma gave her that black eye. Then Remy Ma was caught and all these legal drama. She couldn't even travel. She had to wear that ankle bracelet. So as of yesterday, Remy Ma's charges have been dropped in the assault case. So now everybody's dragging this Brittney chick, cooking her for wasting basically people's time, Remy's time. And now I wouldn't be surprised if Remy turns around and actually slaps her with a lawsuit for a loss of wages.
You mean basically hits her with the...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
She claimed there was evidence. It was going to show that Remy punched her in the eye. There was no surveillance videos, nothing. They weren't able to get any of this alleged evidence. So for that, just give her one more.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep, here we go. Brittney Taylor Kulo. Brittney Taylor Sex. Yep.
What? She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Spotify has put out their annual Wrapped Data Insights, and they're talking about the most streamed artists of the year. And to Remy Ma, all charges were dropped against her in that assault case.
Shout out to Remy Ma.
And that's because there was no surveillance video capturing this alleged punch. That allegedly, Brittney Taylor was saying that she was punched by Remy Ma, and there were no witnesses that saw an altercation between them. So the judge did dismiss that case entirely.
She should absolutely positively
sue. Well, she's planning.
Oh,
it seems like it's unclear, but it feels like she might be planning to sue her.
I had to sit for 6 months and can't get no money. I had to be in the house by 8 o'clock. Nah, I'm suing.
Yeah, but it's a waste of money though.
Yeah,
who you suing?
It does.
The young lady.
What she got?
It does.
Well, she won't have anything for the next 20 years because every little dime that she gets, she got to send over.
Making a statement, so don't try me. You know what I mean? And she had to wear an ankle monitor during that time. She was limited with travel restrictions, and like Envy said, couldn't really make money.
Yeah, but it's going to cost you more to be back and forth to court. That's going to cost you more time, more money.
Right.
Is the young lady still on Love and Hip Hop?
I don't know about that. I don't know if she's on this.
I get all that money back.
The beauty of it is that Remy's charges got dropped.
Yes,
now,
it is.
Now you can go out there and make that money. No need to waste more time and energy on that situation.
All right.
I want my lawyer.
Well, that is your rumor report.
Still got to pay the lawyer.
That's all.
won't even get your fees for your lawyer reimbursed. You're just gonna get a bunch of tracksuits. That's right. That's all you gonna get from throwing that young lady. A bunch of tracksuits,
some Adidas,
and some sneakers.
Pumas. Hey, but that young lady be having a hard time for the
Okay,
next couple years
guys.
for lying.
Rumor report's over.
All right, thank you, Ye. Now, front page news next.
This is hip-hop of the day. I give props to hip-hop, so hip-hop, hooray! Oh!
Ring-a-ding-ding.